Hello again, my name is Eric Garza and I'm a student taking engineering graphics at Texas A&M International University. Today I'll be talking about my class project, which is PS4, and I'm going to give some tips on how I got it done. Okay, so this is what I've been working on. This is a PS4 I was talking about right now. As you can see, it looks pretty similar to the actual PS4. It's just some minor details I need to work on. So what I'm going to teach you, or try to teach you, is how I got just the main look, the outer look. So I'm just going to show you how I did the shape. So to do that, first you gotta create a new drawing. Click home button and new, and then drawing. I use the AutoCAD ISO 3D template, so you might want to use that too. Just enter. Let me zoom in a little bit because it's too far. I always start from the origin, so you might want to start from there. So first of all, you gotta make sure you have grid snap on, at least for right now, because you're gonna need it. Click there, and then click the box starting from the origin, and then you press L to enter the length, and we're gonna use the real dimensions of the PS4. So for the length, it's 12 inches, so you put in 12 inches, and then the width is 10.8 inches, and the height is 2 inches. So you may notice that it comes out not straight, so you're gonna have to rotate it, and to do that you just click rotate, and then click the object, then right click and take off grid snap for this part, because you want to click the corner, and you click this corner and then click the other corner over here, and there you have it. Now we want it to be aligned to the origin, so the move command, click the box, right click, then we get the endpoint, turn grid snap on, and there we have it. We have it aligned, and we have the exact dimensions of an actual PS4. After this is done, you might want to change from the realistic visual style to the 2D wireframe, because it's easier to see the lines, and for what I'm gonna do right now, it's better if you see the lines than if you see the actual realistic view. So I always use this command because it's easy to cut out pieces like more exact. So use the copy edges command over here. Click copy edges, then you click the line that you want to make a copy of, and I want to use this one. Then you right click, and I select the endpoint from which I want the line to start. So it's here, and then I want it to move, let's say, around here. So it makes a copy of the line at the distance that I wanted it to be. So there you have it. And then with that, I will use the wedge command. But if you notice, when you do the wedge, it comes out looking to another direction, and we don't want that. We want it to go to the horizontal direction, because we want to cut off part of the box so it has that slanted look from the PS4. So you have to change the axis. We're gonna move Y to this direction. Now let's try it out, and there we have it. It's cutting off the direction we want it to. So we're gonna get the wedge, get this point, origin, and then over here you're gonna click, and we have it right there. But if you cut it here, you're gonna leave an open block there, like an open piece. So we're gonna have to rotate it to the point that we have. But before we do that, it's better if we just copy it to the other side, because we're gonna cut it like that on the other side. So press copy, you select the object, and then specify the point that you want to start the copy from. So I click here, actually not there, you press copy, select it. It's better if we click this point because that's where the box ends. So we click there, and there we have it. Now that one's perfect, but this one we need to rotate it. So click rotate. So I'm rotating from right the center of the hypotenuse. And then I'm gonna click right here. So it should be on the top now. Now we will use the solid subtract tool. We're gonna click the object that we wanted to stay and not cut off. Which is the actual box, which is this one. And then you right click and select the two objects that you want them to disappear, which is the two triangular prisms that we made. So it's rectangular prisms. It's this one and this one. And then you right click and voila, disappears. Now we don't need this line anymore, so we can just delete it. So we already have the kind of the outer shape of the PS4, but we still need to cut off the midpoint, the little section that's in the middle. It's kind of similar to what we just did. I used the copy edges command, and I copied the bottom one to around, well, I kind of did it to the midpoint, and then I just moved it up. So I'm just gonna do it how I did it. So there at the midpoint, and then I put the copy command and select the midpoint of the line. It's right here, and I copied it up 0.2, and I copied it to the bottom 0.2. So there's the two lines. Now we don't need the center one, so you can delete that. But we want the lines to be connected to the ones on the side, so we're gonna move them. So there. Now it looks pretty good. And then I really love this tool because it's easier to cut off with this one. So I use a press pull tool, but before I do that, I think we should copy these two lines to the other side first. So press copy, select them, there it is, and we use the press pull tool, which is very easy to use. So you can see you can pull out this, but we don't want that. We want to pull out center, not really pull out, but push in. So I pushed it in 0.5. Oops, went the wrong direction, so it's negative 0.5. Let's Control Z that. In there. we have a little cut, and then we gotta do that to the other one. This one's gonna be 0.5. Actually, it's not. Negative 0.5. So you put negative 0.5. There we go. So now we have the sides, but we still need to cut off the front. To cut off the front, it was a bit more difficult because it's slanted, and when you try to cut off a slanted portion, it'll cut it like this. So it's not cutting it inward, it's cutting it in a slanted way. So this part's a bit more complicated. I'm gonna go step by step on how I did it. Okay, so we use the box command. You click this endpoint, but you have to make sure that it doesn't put it in a slanted position. So just keep trying until you get the non-slanted way. I don't know if I got it. I think I did. It looks like I did. So you're gonna need the 0.5 in that direction. So I don't know if I could just gonna click it right here. I don't think it matters either. So we click here and then we pick it up to there. So now we have a little box, and like before, we're gonna use the subtract solid, and we're gonna click the solid part that we want to stay, the object. We want that one to stay, and then you right click, then you click the object that you want to disappear, and then you right click. So there we have the little cut inside. Now for the back, it's not straight, the back is slanted. The little cut in the back is also slanted, so this one's a little bit more complicated than the other ones because you have to cut it slanted. So let me show you. First, I would recommend if you bring the axis to this side, click origin, put it, say right here. No, let's put it right here, right now. And okay, so I moved the axis to this point, but I did it another way, but I just noticed that it would have been way easier if I used copy edges. Click that one, enter right there, then move it just a certain amount of distance to that direction. I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to do. Then you press pull button. Press pull, you click that little square, and you're basically just gonna pull it all the way to the other side and it'll cut it off. So there's the little box. Now it's aligned. As you can see, it's slanted the same way that the back is, and the front has that part slanted, but then the middle part is not. It's exactly how a PS4 looks. So basically that's it. That's how I got the shape of the PS4. And then what I basically did was just start cutting off the air dents, and where the light goes, you just cut it off. It's kind of the same way what I've been doing. I used copy edges, I moved the lines, and then using the press pull tool, I just pulled in or pulled out depending how much it looked like it needed. So that's about it for today. Thank you. And if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave your comments below. So, thank you.